Hi guys, my name's Matt. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Drive with Matt. Today I thought I would do a video, the top 5 reasons why people fail the driving test. So if you find this video useful, if you've got your test coming up, give it a watch. Please do like and subscribe, that would be great. Thanks guys. Right, so I'm going to start with number 5 and then kind of work my way down. So number 5 is not responding appropriately to traffic lights. So this is a really basic one. It's just not going through a red light. Okay, it is a basic one, it's an obvious one, but people do it because of, you know, nerves on test day. So just really keep an eye on those red lights. All right. Happens a lot on driver lessons as well. Happens probably even more on tests because people are more nervous, you know. Also, don't stop in the box that is meant for cyclists. Yes, some people, they just stop just a little bit too late and their wheels just go in there, or they just miss it completely. Maybe the markings have been really worn down, so really just try and look out for those boxes that are meant for cyclists. All right. It's a bit of a weird one, this one. So when the lights go green, you go and you shouldn't have gone. So when the lights go green, that doesn't necessarily mean you can go. Okay, there might be a queue ahead of you. So just basically look ahead. Yeah, if you see that there's enough space and there's obviously not a queue, yeah, carry on. But if you can see that there's not enough space and potentially you could be blocking the crossing, then don't go. Okay, so just because it's green doesn't mean you can 100% go. So just keep an eye on that one. So moving on to number 4. This one is incorrect positioning when turning right. Okay, we're specifically talking about, well, I'm going to talk about roundabouts first of all. So some people on their test, they're nervous again, maybe it's a busy area, they use the left lane to turn right on a roundabout, whereas when you're turning right on a roundabout, you're going to need to be using that right hand lane normally. Yeah, when the exit is after 12 o'clock, you need to use the right hand lane. When you want to turn right into a side road and you don't move over to the right enough, yeah, you could then cause the vehicles behind you, could then cause, like, you know, you're blocking them. Yeah, so make sure you move over to the right enough when you're going to turn right into a side road, otherwise you could be blocking the vehicles behind you. All right, and then that will cause you to fail your test. Okay, so moving on to number 3, not moving off safely. Okay, big one. On the driving test, they ask you to pull over about 3 or 4 times normally. So when moving away, you need to check your mirrors, relevant ones, and then check the blind spot. Okay, it's really important. That's the process you want to follow. So sometimes, even if you pulled over on a quiet road, you still need to make those checks. Vital. All right. On the driving test, they might ask you to pull over on the right side of the road and reverse back for 2 car lengths. It's a maneuver that they might ask you to do. So after doing that, you need to check all around and you need to check the relevant blind spot. Normally, if you've pulled over on the right side of the road, you'd need to check the left blind spot over your left shoulder. Make sure it's all clear, indicate, then pull away. Some people don't do that, okay, because it's, you know, generally they ask you to do it again on a quiet road. So again, you're kind of falling into a trap there, being on a quiet road. So make sure after you've done your reversing on the right side of the road, you fully check all around, check the left blind spot, indicate, and then move off, and then you should be fine with that one. Yeah. Another one with observations is the emergency stop. So once you've done the emergency stop, I want to do this actually as a video, so watch out for that. Once you've done the emergency stop, you need to take effective observation before pulling away. That means checking all the way over your left shoulder, really twist your neck, checking all the way over the right shoulder, really twisting your neck. Then you've done 360 degree observations, then you can move away. So make sure you do that, because that's another reason. So number 2, mirrors when changing direction. So this is normally when coming off of a roundabout. Okay, you need to check the top mirror, the left mirror, and then indicate left. Lots of people, they just forget, I think, on a test. You know, it's a busy roundabout, maybe you're feeling a bit nervous, you know, it's near the end, maybe getting a bit excited. So just make sure every time you come off a roundabout, top mirror, left mirror, indicate left. All right. The other one with mirrors when changing direction is when you're on a dual carriageway and you're about to change lanes. So you check your mirrors, you make sure it's all clear. There's a car in the distance, but you think, oh, they're not going that quick, indicate. You move over, and that car was actually going quite fast. Sometimes if it's going really fast, the examiner will just stop you, okay? And they'll have to turn the wheel back, obviously, then you fail the test. So I would just say, yeah, have a really good look. It's really hard to judge how fast vehicles are going in your mirrors sometimes. So try and practice that, you know, before your test, all right? The number 1 reason why people fail their test is not making effective observations at junctions, roundabouts, all right? So it's failing to judge the speed of an approaching vehicle, okay? You pull out and you cause that vehicle to slow down. That's a fail, unfortunately. And again, it all comes down to judgment. Judgment's a really tricky one. It's hard to practice judgment. Sometimes either you've got it or you haven't. So yeah, it's really hard to work on. So that's the number 1 reason why people fail the test. Also, making no observations at all. So some people completely miss a junction or a mini roundabout, and they haven't looked right on a mini roundabout, or they haven't looked both ways. So make sure you're really looking out for those giveaway lines. Sometimes though, the giveaway lines can be really worn. Okay, the road markings were made over 10 years ago and they've really worn away. So yeah, just look out for those little white dots sometimes, all right? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. That was top 5 reasons. I might do the top 10 if need be. But yeah, if you did find that video useful, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. So thanks very much, and good luck with your test, guys.